Hey guys, I had to re-record the intro because I accidentally deleted the file as I was copying it over to my USB, but it's been a long time, so I'm gonna get back onto YouTube and we're moving into a new house and I'm gonna have my own fish room. I'm gonna have bigger bike jumps and you'll see that in this video. So behind this door is gonna be a new fish room, the start of a new era. This is the room. It's decent size. Let me just put that over it. Pretty messy at the moment. I've started doing a few things like making this huge filter. This is about 60 litres in total, and I'm following a similar theme to all the other filters I've made in the past because I've got that thing. That pond is going to be going in here, and I'm hopefully going to have some mega predatory fish in there. So that's going to be pretty cool. I got this piece of wood, like this huge. It's so heavy as well. Got this piece of wood down at the bush. There's like really close to my jumps, and it looks like a pretty good piece to go in the pond. So I'll go show the pond now. So this is the pond right here. It is pretty much a horse water trough, but I'm going to be turning it into a whole new freshwater predatory pond. And this thing is about, I think it was like 2,650 litres, but including the filter, it's going to be 2,710 litres. So that's going to be a lot of water volume and a lot of water space for big fish to come in. This pond is about 63 centimetres high, and I think it's about 2 metres and 10 centimetres in length. So it's a circle, obviously, so it's going to be 2 metres by 2 metres by 61 centimetres. But yeah, big pond. When I got this pond, it came like that. It didn't have this pink stuff on it. I don't even know what that stuff is called, but it was just like this open nozzle so water could get out. So I went ahead and bought this cap at Bunnings with a milk cap, and if it wants to go on, it fits on there really well, and it holds water, which is great because we don't want any leaks in this fish pond. Alright, coming back into the fish room now, you can see this is just a scaffold at the moment. This was like it when we got it. We've done heaps of renovations to this house. Oh, you can see the outside. And this thing had these weird things on it that like stuck out. It must have been through a shelf or something. So I just ripped them off, and we are soon going to be putting a new sheet of plasterboard, I think it's called, on this. Or as you could call it, drywall if you wanted to, but I think we call it plasterboard in Australia. So that's going to be coming soon. I think it's going to be coming to Savo. So I don't know if we're going to be putting it on today or tomorrow, but that will be on soon. Now back to the filter. I ain't going little on this project. This is 60 litres, as I've said before, and I'm going to be getting a 6,000 litre per hour pump. So this pump will be able to turn over the pond twice in a bit. So that'll be really good. High filtration for high quality fish. And I've already put water running through it. As you can see, it's a bit wet down here, but dry over here. But this seems to come out pretty good. I've siliconed the pieces there so it holds water in, and I've also put these potting plants in, holes in the side so water can get in. And that's pretty much the filter. I've got all of this filtration stuff here. I've also got more back over at our other house at the moment, but I've got some sponges and this fabric stuff that will clear out the water really well. I've also made these stands in like 20 minutes, and it's pretty good. It's like alright sturdy, but not that sturdy because I just found it the scrap bin at Bunnings. Like, you know, the offcuts? Yeah, that's pretty much where I found it. And I also made this stand right here, but this one isn't just going to be for holding a log. That log's going to go in the pond. And that stand will probably go over there next to that heat tank or whatever it's called, and it's going to be holding the bass tank on it. But I've got some plans coming into this room. All of my fish tanks will be in here, and this is my pretty much only power supply, so I'm gonna probably buy an extension cord for that, and it's got like maybe 6 or 12 like different PowerPoint parts on it, and I'm gonna hang it up on that wall, and yeah, it'll pretty much power this whole room. I have semi prepped out this room already. I've like mapped out where the pond's gonna go. It's probably been in here like 3 times already, but I've just been bringing it in and taking it out, because why not? So I've sort of made a chalk outline of the pond when I was in here. So that will come out to here. That's stand is going to go right here. This whole area is going to have a fish pond on it, which is going to be like 2,000 a bit kilos, and that's going to be pretty heavy. And right here is going to go my 180 litre fish tank, which has all the plecos in it. And I also put some yellow cherry shrimp in there, and they've also had some babies, which is pretty good. But I'm thinking of changing the pleco tank up, and I'm probably going to put my Australian bass in there, maybe buy some little Aussie natives to put in there, because I have a theory. The plecos haven't bred in there yet, but they've been in there for quite a while. But every time I've seen plecos breeding, it's been in a smaller tank. So I'm probably going to put them in the tank that bass already was in, and see if they'll want to breed in there. But then I'm going to have a shrimp tank that's just going to be for shrimp and trying to breed them for profit and that. And they'll probably sit somewhere else. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Now all we have to do is just wait for that wall in and the electricity come back on, and then we should be all set. Alright, so fast forward a few days and we've got the new wall in. I painted this whole thing myself, it looks pretty good. And we also got the pond here. This is all the filter stuff that will be going into that filter. And also I ordered a pump last time I left off, 6,000 litres per hour, and it came in like 3 days, which is pretty good. And I might show you guys how powerful it is, or we just might wait until this whole thing is set up with water. But we are going to set up the pump that connects to the filter, so it can actually pump water into the filter. But before we do that, I've got to do something really quick. I highly recommend levitating the pump more higher than the pond's base here, because say there's like a leak in your filter here and then the water just keep on rushing out. If that thing wasn't keeping it up from the bottom, the pump will drain the water as far as the pump is. So if it's up like that and there's a leak in the pump, there'll still be some water in the pond for the fish to survive. So that's why I've added that there. Adds a solid 20 centimeters to it, which was pretty good. Maybe even, yeah, about 20 centimeters. And this is about 60 centimeters high. So that will help if anything bad does happen. So now time to connect this pipe to the pump, which will connect into the filter. There's that hole. Oh, it smells a bit. Well, it smells a bit. Alright, so that's pretty good. Now we're just going to connect the pipe to it. Alright guys, we've got all the pipes up, and as you can see, it fits pretty good. The dimensions for it aren't perfect. As you can see, that's like on a bit of a rise, but this pipe's pretty good, and it looks really, really clean. So if you like walk in here, then that's like all you see, which is pretty good. So what I'm going to do now is put the lid back on. Okay, that looks pretty good. It actually looks really nice, really clean and that. But this is probably going to be the end of part 1. But before I go, I've got to show you guys something real quick. I may or may not have already started building a jump, but we can save that for another video because that is not today's video. But we will see you guys in the next one.